Raph wasn't my favorite.
What's a guy gotta do?
I do feel like those weapons were just the coolest thing on the planet. Because I think even cooler than the nunchucks, let's be honest, because they were just different. And the Donnie had a stick, and Leo had the two swords.
A bow staff.
Sorry. A stick. Did it come with that tube?
As a kid, Michelangelo, because he was the fun. He was the party.
Mikey.
Yeah, Mikey. He was the surfer dude. Nunchucks.
Oh, a fellow chucker, eh?
Nunchucks?
Yes.
That's Bruce Lee's weapon. Of course I'm going to go for whoever has Bruce Lee's weapon. So yeah, Mikey all the way when I was a kid. But now as an almost in 2 weeks time, or 2.5 weeks time, I'm going to be a 38-year-old man. I get grumpy. And so rewatching this movie now, I'm like, Raphael, he makes some sense sometimes. When I was a kid, he was a grumpy grumpster, and I did not like him at all. He was sassy, he was mean. But now as a grumpy old man who has a 9 to 5 and has aches and pains, he's become my spirit animal, my spirit turtle.
Raphael wins! 1-0!
The martial arts actor who portrayed Donatello.
Oh, Ernie Reyes Jr.?
Yeah.
Oh, God, he was a god to me when I was a kid.
I had a picture of him doing the splits. That's when Donatello became like my favorite, because as a kid who did Taekwondo, seeing someone, let's be honest, we knew these aren't real. We know these aren't real people, the turtles. Yeah. Sorry, spoiler. Just like Bernard
Whimsy
ruined
sucked out
Santa
of
and
this
Christmas. We've done it all again. Sorry, those aren't real turtles. But seeing this martial arts guy actually pull off these stunts in real life without that amazing costume on, I was like, oh, then it's that's my guy, right?
Stay down! Did I mention I study martial arts?
It's like back in the day, in 1990, they're putting in dialogue that's going to hit you when you're a 38-year-old man. And Splinter tells him that anger clouds the mind. Turned inward, it is an unconquerable enemy. He says, you are unique amongst your brothers, for you choose to face this enemy alone. But as you face it, do not forget them, and do not forget me. I am here, my son. Wow. Wow. Like, my goodness. It's like, I wish my dad said something to me like that. But it's like, instead, I get it from Splinter. I get it from a Jim Henson, the 4-foot-tall Muppet. Like, what the heck?
And I'm going to say it, and I will die on the throne. I wish Yoda had said that to the greatest character of all time in Anakin. But no,
Don't you
he
dare
said,
take us away
fear
from
leads
Splinter.
to anger and blah, blah, blah. No. If Anakin had Splinter, man alive.
Hear you nothing that I say.
How did they make the suits look that good?
It's solely because of, again, like all of any sort of animatronic puppets from our childhood, whether it was Yoda, whether it was Sesame Street, the Muppets, or the Ninja Turtles, it's Mr. Jim Henson. Jim Henson and his creature shop. So amazing. And I think what people don't realize is every turtle is played by 3 people. That there's a body actor that does like what we normally see. But then there's a voice actor that later on in post-production, they record their voice in. And then there's a third one like Ernie Reyes Jr. who's doing all of the ninja stuff, all of the martial arts. And so like when you rewatch these movies as an adult, you realize the energy and effort to make one turtle takes 3 people. Absolutely mind-blowing. It's so cool.
Excellent! Yeah!
You have a tri-bladed helmet, this cool mask, the spiky shoulder pads, the spiky shin guards, like a 2-bladed Wolverine style like wrist weapon that he had. And then somehow he pulls off a very sparkly, shimmering, shiny, splendored outfit and a cape. And he still is super sick. Like Shredder was just so cool. And I feel like Christopher Nolan must have not have grown up on Ninja Turtles, because Mr. Nolan, no offense, but that's how you do a masked villain's voice, is Shredder. You know, it's not Bane. You know, Bane was just like,
admirable but mistaken.
Like, it just wasn't. It wasn't Shredder. Shredder was sinister.
The Shredder? Maybe all that hardware's for making coleslaw.
It's funny because my wife didn't grow up on Ninja Turtles. When I was rewatching this, she's like, how did Splinter learn karate? And I'm like, bite your tongue. I hear your tone. I know where you're going with this. And I was like, don't worry. There's a scene that explains it all that's coming up. And then when the scene comes up and it's a little Splinter mimicking the karate moves in a bird cage. Why is a rat in a bird cage? But, I won't ask questions. But when he's doing it, and I'm just like, see, that's his origin. That's where, and she's like, oh, okay. And I'm just like, you watch it. Don't you besmirch this movie.